Hey fellow gardeners, it is Sarah, returning again to talk about some of the fruits and vegetables that I will be harvesting today. So I am just going to take you on a little journey on my harvesting adventure, I guess is what you could call it. And let's just see the fruits of my labor. So many overgrown pickling cucumbers. I can't even count. This is really the first year that I've grown pickling cucumbers. In the past, I've just grown the slicing cucumbers. So I keep forgetting that this is overgrown. Whenever they start to get that yellowing, they're starting to mature too much. At least from what I understand and from videos that I've watched. So I'm going to try to pick as many of these as I can. I have some more that I picked, earlier, I think maybe last week, that I have stored in the fridge. And then maybe I can work on making some pickles this weekend or maybe early next week. Maybe I'll get to make a short video of me pickling my cucumbers as well. So let's get back to looking at the different cucumbers that I'm going to be harvesting. And I'm using these Friskers shears. My mom gave them to me. They're nice and sturdy. And while you can pull the cucumbers off the vine, I much prefer to snip them off to do less damage. Really big, chunky little cucumbers. So this is probably whenever I should be taking them off, whenever they start to get some white on them, but not a whole lot. This might be just a little bit too much as well, but they'll still be able to be used for pickling. Let's see. Can I find any more? Well, there's a little guy right there. That one's a little far away. There's a big boy over here that's really mature. See it? It's really getting yellow. Now, some people say that they tend to get really bitter whenever they turn this color. But I've had a few that were like this and I thought they tasted fine, and really with pickling, you're gonna taste the flavor of the pickling liquid. So I don't have any problem using them. You can also use the ones that overgrow like this, or if I would let this continue to grow, this would be what I would use to harvest seeds from, because you want the fruit to be completely mature and overgrown to harvest the seeds from the fruit, because then that means that the seeds are at their own maturity. And here's another one over here. At their own maturity to use for planting next year. And there's another cucumber. And then I did see some cucamelons. Hey babe, did you get it? Whatever you were barking at? Huh? Look how precious. My little fur baby Freya. I love her. Yeah. All right, I don't see any that are really hanging. What? Oh, thanks. Thanks for the burp in the face, baby. Oh, and the kiss afterwards. Love it. Puppy love, right? Okay. Let's see here. I don't see. All right, let's see what I have here of the early fortune. That one's still young right there, but I think this one right here looks like it's good. Oh yeah, that's probably my best one right here. Starting to get a little bit of white on it. You're starting to see the stripes. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's pretty. That's a pretty cucumber. And look at it compared to the pickling ones. Huge, huge. Entirely huge. Okay, I see a couple more in here. There's another one that looks pretty good that's hanging. I don't know if you can, there we go. There's another one. I'm gonna have to put the phone down for a second. Another big one. Not nearly as big as the first one, but still quite decent in size. It looks like there's a short, fat one back there that I'm gonna grab as well. And then there's a smaller one behind it, but I'm gonna leave it. There's another one. Let's see here. Yeah, there's one right there. I'm gonna harvest, oh, this one right here. Now, I'm glad that I have this bigger cattle panel, just because the cucumbers can easily fit through these giant holes. Okay, I think I see another one right here. Let me see. Nope, that one's not ready. That one's too small. Yeah, it's too small. And then that one's not ready yet. That might be it. That might be all the cucumbers that I have right now to pick. I did see some cucamelons that look like they might be ready. I think this one is. And I think this one is. I'm going to go ahead and pick some more of these that are around this size that I find, and then I'll show you guys what I have after I pick them all. So I only ended up getting a small handful. Oops, there was a bug. I only ended up getting a small handful of these, and that's okay. There are a lot more little fruits that are setting. So this is like the first that I've picked. I'm assuming that the next go around, whenever I pick more, there's going to be a lot more to pick, and I'm really excited to actually pickle them. I really want to try that. I did eat one and it tasted really good. I mean, it tasted exactly like a cucumber. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through my green beans, these Cantare beans, and I actually want to pick them while they're young, like this. Last year, I got into a terrible habit of leaving them on the vine way too long. So I just want to pick them while they're more tender. So that's what I'm going to do next. I will show you guys how much I end up harvesting. So I got this many. That's probably enough for my boyfriend and I. I'm going to wait to harvest my dill until the day that I go to do my pickling. And then, let me see. Oh. Trying to see if any of my tomatoes are starting to ripen. I know the black cherry tomatoes have been on the vine for quite some time now, so I was hoping that they would actually start to ripen some more. I'm going to pick some of the green onions that are a little bit bigger. And I mean, I don't care how big they get because they get a good flavor either way. Oh, I can smell them. They smell so good. And these will be great if I make like a salami wrap. I feel so bad for these eggplants. Okay, let's add these to my... I'm gonna add these to my basket. Whoa. Almost fell. Let's see. Are there any zucchini that are ready? Or any type of squash? And that little squash is getting pretty big. Not ripe enough yet. Gotta get a little bigger. I see a whole bunch of little tiny ones, but I can't see any that are picking size. They're just little right now. Not big enough to pick. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's really hot out. Let me see if I can get over to the other side and check them out. Trying to navigate my peppers without harming them. This is the scallop squash. Right here. Another scallop squash. I have no idea how I'm going to harvest anything. Yeah, none of them are big enough yet. I don't understand. Is anybody else having issues? Like, I feel like these things have been the same size forever. Forever. Same thing with these. They've just been the same size for such a long time. I just, see that one? I just don't understand. Maybe it's just not time yet. Maybe I'm just checking them too frequently. And when I think they should be ready, oh gosh, when I think they should be ready, they're not gonna be. So let's check the ones that are up front, because look how massive they are. These plants are massive, so you would think and expect the fruits within them to also be massive. Nope, little. See? Little. That one, no, that one's no good. I think that's what's happening is maybe they're not getting pollinated, so they're not growing. So I have to cut all that. There's another one that's not pollinated. A couple of them actually. See right, this one right here. Let me see if I can get, see? Whenever zucchini aren't pollinated, the blossoms rot the end of the fruit and they don't grow. So that's what it seems like is happening to all of my zucchini, is that they're not getting pollinated. Makes me want to come out here one day possibly and maybe cut some of these leaves back, because all of these leaves aren't necessary for the plant to get the nutrients that it needs from the sun. So I might do that. Because I had to cut back some of the zucchini plants, I am itchy everywhere. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, but like all of the little stems or hairs that are on the zucchini plants, so agitating on my skin. I don't know if anybody else experiences this or not. Very agitating. And then one thing that I noticed on my zucchini while I was taking back some of those leaves is pretty much all of the little tiny zucchini that haven't been pollinated are just rotting. So, because I was fairly certain I would have had some zucchini by now. I'm not sure why they're not getting pollinated. If it's because it's so dense where they're at. So I'm going to have to work on pruning these back some and making it to where there's more airflow and more room for pollinators to come in and pollinate the fruit. So I'll have to do that over there too, where I have the other zucchini and the scallop squash as well. Oh, there's a bee. I don't know if it was a bee or not. What are you doing? Look at this. She's just like, I'm gonna sit in your lap. while you're picking stuff. What, baby? Aww. I love you. I love you. She's such a little sweetheart. Sweetie, I gotta... And she runs off. We see her. What are you doing, babe? They're just cucumbers. Look at her. She's just like, I'm gonna check these things out. And then she's gone. One day and maybe... Whoa! Whoa! Bug.